Rocky Mountain High, they'll be calling you radical, so I'm starting to feel better. Hoping to get to San Diego ASAP, get tide pool. We got the blood moon, but news out on San Onofre today. So, and you don't think this is a Utah issue? It is the Utah issue. The San Onofre song to end all songs. The only footage you even know those two generators, where they're, how they are. From San Diego to Ogden, Utah. 80% of it all is landing here in Utah. And so they had another injury. And I want to say this first before I talk about this to all the workers that are dismantling all these nuclear nightmares. And, oh, there's a nuclear... No, there's not. We've shut down well over 35% of all nuclear reactors in this country in the post-FUKUSHIMA. San Onofre was the domino that started this, kicked it over. TikTok, Diablo Canyon should have been gone yesterday. So I want to say thank you to all the workers. I don't people have a clue how dangerous this work is. It's radioactive as hell. Oh, they just had a steam leak. It was just a steam malfunction. Then why did the NRC rate it a level 3 nuclear accident? Only a 3? Well, the scale only goes to 7. Fukushima, Chernobyl. So, steam malfunction. radioactive. So, they had a fall, and guy hurt his shoulder. They redid it, but they're getting there. And thank you to all the workers. The speed that they got that into dry cast, I remember when they finished up, I slept for like, I don't think I ever was more, what the doctor told me I was out of the woods on leukemia for a while. I was so relieved. That process had me fighting my fingernails off. I know how dangerous San Onofre is. That waste being in the dry cast containers is a million times safer. Now we got a lot more to go. TikTok, Diablo Canyon clock, and I want to talk about the documentary that's out, on the Laffertys, under the banner of heaven. We all lived it here. The Lafferty situation, everything. I mean, I grew up in that era. I grew up here. We lived it. I'll tell you a couple stories. Number one, Lafferty, before he died in death row, his cellmate was Mark Hoffman himself. I see Mark Hoffman at Weber State Library constantly. Just the greatest forger in human history. This is a story people don't know. Look it up. Just a few years ago, a family from Springville mixed up some Kool-Aid and killed their whole family, including themselves, including their children. Guess who they'd been visiting in prison on a bi-weekly basis? Lafferty himself. Yep, and that was just a few years ago. So, I used to talk to Hoffman at the Weber State Library. Whoa. And by the way, all these infamous lines, the Allreds, the Chernoffs, all of them, they all lived right here. Oh boy, we grew up at us. Ogden Ducks, the crazies of the crazies of the crazies. Go west, young man. The real crazies they sent to Utah, but the crazies of the crazies of the crazies from Utah, they sent to Ogden. Oh boy. And anybody wants to dispute me, as you know, I call the city blood. Rightfully so. Rocky Mountain, and I can go off all these, right down to the Hi-Fi murders, the Laffertys, Gary Gilmore, on and on and on and on. Ogden's a gem of a place. Now, it was then. It was just a boomtown gone bust. In our décolleté, now we're dumping nuclear waste on us from San Onofre. So, they're ahead of schedule there. I said for years, don't give Dolly Parton a mastectomy. Leave her there as a monument to your ignorance. But they want to blow up. They're going to tear it down. So, without Kevin Blanche, San Onofre never shuts down. I'm the guy that leaked that all out on the Steam freaking malfunction. I was in the bone marrow transplant center dying of AML leukemia. By the way, 10 years ago yesterday, I made the radical decision not to have a transplant. It's been a crazy journey. Song to end all songs. I've been fighting them since I was literally conceived there on the beach. My father was a San Onofre Marine. My mother a pinup artist at Woodbury in LA. That's where they met. They met at San Onofre. Well, actually, they met on Washington Boulevard here in Ogden, but they consummated the marriage